Namaste, namaskaram. Good evening. Today also, before we start uh, the meditation, it would be a good idea if we could answer a few questions. I have a few questions here. So the majority of questions that we got today, what we have right now, is about certain meditational experiences. People are asking. Vinti was asking, in the Atma Jyoti meditation, I get involuntary jerking of the whole body a few times. Why is that? Sadhana is asking, during meditation, many times I have sensed I have stopped breathing. I also feel I am floating in the air and not on my seat. And some of us feel teary-eyed. So when we meditate, whatever type of meditation, whether it is Atma Jyoti meditation or breath meditation, when we meditate, we go through experiences. Everyone go through some experience. Some are able to recognize it. Some of us are not able to recognize it. That is the only difference. But wherever you are, if you focus on anything and be there for a certain period of time, we go through basically 7 types of experiences, 7 different kinds of experiences. The first experience that most of us feel is the body becoming light. We meditate for a certain period of time, and towards the end, we feel as if our body is not there, as if we become very, very light. And the second experience that many of us would feel is head becoming heavy. The head becoming very heavy, it might start drooping to one side forward. And the third experience is we feel as if the back of our body is paining. Back of your neck, back of your middle portion, left, right. And the fourth experience is we feel a throbbing sensation in our third eye area. As if there is a certain kind of pressure. The fifth experience is you are sitting there quiet without any body movement, but internally you feel as if your body is moving, as if it is rotating. The sixth experience is you feel as if you are flying or floating. And the seventh experience is you are sitting there eyes closed, but in your mind's eye, you feel you are transported to some other place where you are actually present and seeing things. So generally, these are the 7 kinds of experiences most people go through. It is not necessary that we have to have these 7 experiences. It is not necessary that it has to come in this order. None of these are mandatory. When people meditate, they go through certain things. So over a period of time, we figured out that these are the things that most people go through. So it is a meditational experience. And when you're out of your meditational time, then this experience also probably won't be there. So what does it signify? It follows basically the 3 laws of meditation. The first law of meditation says that when you are with your breath, your mind will become empty. Second law says that when your mind becomes empty, cosmic energy will flood into your body. And the third law says that when the bodily energy rises to that of the incoming energy, then your third eye will open or your intuitive eye will open. And you will start having inner experiences. So the energy enters into our body through the top of our head. The top of the head, newborn baby, there's a soft spot, and we call it the Brahmaranth. So through that, the energy enters and it collects in your head. And that is when most of us would feel heaviness in the head. This energy, this inflowing energy, It is all around us, but we are incapable of absorbing it because our mind is full of thoughts. During meditation, we become more and more silent. As the density of thoughts come down, we start absorbing these energies in our body. So when the energy collects in your head, you start feeling pain because there is so much energy coming that you feel as if head is splitting or head is expanding. You feel like it drooping. And energy flows through in our body through energy tubes called nadis. Like how blood flows through the veins, energy moves through nadis. Invisible tubes. There are 72,000 nadis in our body. The most important one is called Sushumna Nadi through the spinal cord. And on our back, on the left and right side, we have the Ida and Pingala Nadis. So when we go into deep meditation, when we allow our mind to get empty and we start absorbing energy, it moves through these nadis. And because of our lifestyle, our time, kind of food we take, kind of thought patterns we have, kind of all the systems that we have adopted in our daily life lifestyle, we would absorb a lot of low energies. And these nadis might be blocked. So whenever we meditate, the inflowing energy would try to cleanse those blockages. So many of us would feel during meditation as if you have pain in the back. They are nothing but the cleansing effect. And as we allow that energy to enter, and because this energy is a very high vibrational energy, we also would feel as if our body is not there. It vibrates such a high rate. Most of us, I'm sure most of you would have already felt it in the last few days. And the fifth experience is you feel as if your body is moving. Meditation in Sanskrit is called dhyan. And dhyan is made up of two words, di and yan. Di means subtle body and yan means travel. So meditation is about travel of the subtle bodies with the Atma. It is an outer body experience. It's a conscious outer body experience. So when we go into deep meditation, we always come out of the body. Because our consciousness resides in the soul, in we the soul, when we go out also, we will be awake, we will be aware. But we may not be in the physical body. So in the process of you coming out of the physical body, we might feel this movement of the body. One time or the other, we will all experience that. And then we start traveling from wherever you are to some inner world, from where you came from. And there you go. So in that journey, you would feel as if you are flying or floating. And then you go somewhere and learn things about you, which you have written for yourself. There is a blueprint with which you have come. It probably is available in the astral world or the mental world. And when we travel, we go there and we try to figure out why certain things are happening in our lives. Life probably is troubling us. So whatever troubles we go through, whatever challenges we have, we get our answers there. And when meditation is over, we come back, we enter our body and we are back to normal. More or less, we don't remember this journey, but in every meditation, this travel happens. Some of us remember that, some of us don't remember. That is the only difference. But internally, when we keep traveling like this, we also understand a lot of things about our life. Because you are a soul and everybody around are also souls. So we are all here for a certain purpose. And there's a story behind it. In the physical world, we don't know the story. But when we start meditating, we get answers. We get to see the story. And that story is not just about this life. Story is about our life, our entire spectrum of lifetimes. So we have a clear-cut idea why certain things are happening. and what we need to do to rectify it or what we need to learn from it. That is why when people start meditating over a period of time, they become calmer. They become not so much affected by the worldly things. When life challenges come, they become they're more calm and they are able to look at the life challenges eye to eye. They all happen because the inner you have a higher understanding now. This is the reason why the sages keep telling us that it is important to meditate every day. It's important to be in touch with your own self. It's important to know the purpose of your life. So, why do we meditate? Ultimately, to be able to know my path. Where did I come? What is my purpose here? Why are these physical beings around us? And what is my role in their life? How better should I perform in my life? All these answers, they all will come to us. And that is very, very soothing because we have a higher understanding. When in life, when something comes and if you do not know the answer, we are troubled and frustrated. But if you have the answer, we will face it with a smile. That is what meditation will do to you. You may not know the answer, but you will know that there is an answer. That itself is a great victory for us, knowing there is an answer. In physical life, normal life, we don't even know whether there is an answer. That is what troubles us so much. So when you start meditating, your life will change because your own understanding about the world and worldly affairs would become solidified. You will start looking at the world from a higher plane. Every day, we need to spend certain amount of time in our meditation, for meditation. Morning, certain time, evening, certain time. Well, we are worldly beings and we have worldly things to take care. So 24/7 we cannot meditate because you have life to take care. But certain time you have to devote to yourself. You're attending this program in 41 days, it will get over. So if you look at it as a program where you learn something and then to keep it in your shelf, well, you will definitely gain something, but then the potential that is available to you, you may not be able to access. As we grew, our parents taught us how to brush our teeth. We have not stopped it even now. So we cleanse our body and we treat our body well. We also learn and treat our intellect well. We listen to music and do other things to make our mind well. But you are neither the body, nor the mind, nor the intellect. What is the feed? What is the care that we do for we the soul? So that care is meditation. Every day spending some time with your own self is food for the soul. We feed ourselves otherwise so many times. Once in a day, certain amount of time we need to spend with our own self. This is primary and this is not a 41-day thing. It is for lifelong. We are hoping that when people do meditation for 41 days, it becomes a habit for them. Anything we do for 40 days, it becomes a habit. That is why we urge people to do 41 days. But for you, if you are serious on your journey, you should take it up for the rest of your life. Let us start meditating now. And we meditate on the light of the soul, the Atma's Jyoti, residing in your heart. How we do that is for a certain period of time, we sit quietly, eyes closed, clasping our hands finger to finger, crossing our feet, and then start imagining and start trying to see a speck of light inside your heart. Close your eyes now. Close your eyes. Relax your body, relax your mind, and start observing the inside of your heart. In your mind's eye, you start seeing a light, golden in color, bright, like a pinhead, in the middle of your heart. Keep your focus there. Keep observing that speck of light. As you observe, you can see it even more clearly now. Intensely watch it. And as you watch it, you feel the light slowly expanding. That speck of light, speck of golden light, slowly expanding, becoming a little bigger, a little more bigger. Do not move your body. Stay still and observe. Sense this light. As you keep observing, you can see that light becoming bigger and bigger, lighting your heart, immersing your heart in golden light. It is expanding in concentric circles, to the front of your body, to the back of your body, left, right, upward, downward. Keep seeing its expansion. You can consciously expand it. It is bright, very intense, deeply golden in color. You sense the light slowly spreading to your lower body, your stomach, your hips, your stomach and hips becoming bright golden light. light expanding into your legs, your thighs, your knees. Your legs, calf muscles, ankle, your feet, toes, your entire lower body glowing in golden light. Allow your imagination to run wild. You can sense the light moving upward into your chest, into your shoulders, into your hands, palm, into your neck, filling your head, your brain, your face. And as you watch, you can feel the energy coming out of your body through every pore of your skin. Light coming out, golden light coming out, making you a ball of light. As you sense it, you feel this vibration in your chest area. You feel your vibration all around. You are a ball of light sitting there quietly. Now consciously expand it to fill your room. It's your energy. It's peaceful, loving, and powerful. You can see the energy filling your room and slowly going out of your room to other parts of your home. Touching your near and dear ones, making them suddenly glow in that light. Your entire house is golden in color, intense golden light emitted by you, touching everything around, expanding itself out of your home, into the apartment, into the neighborhood, touching other houses around, and slowly spreading in concentric circles. Visualize a map, and you can see this concentric circle of energy spreading into your city, your state, your country. All across the globe. You can see Earth below you, a glowing golden ball of light. Watch it, absorb its beauty. As you watch it, you sense yourself sitting in the place you are sitting, intensely glowing. There is light all around. You can feel your power of purity, of wisdom, of energy. You can feel this vibration. You're enjoying that vibration. Be there, stay there. Watch, observe, sense. Be there, sensing this light, sensing the intensity of this light. Sensing the power of that light, your own light. Apo Deepo Bhava. Be a light unto yourself. Let your light heal the world. Let your light touch everyone around. Feel the pulsating movement of energy all across your body. Stay there, observing and feeling. Last 2 minutes. One more minute, last minute. Be there. Keep observing the light. Keep watching the light. Keep feeling the light. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Take your time. No hurry. Whenever you're ready, slowly, clasp your hands, rub your palms together, keep it on your eyes, slowly open the eyes. If you feel like sitting for some more time, you can do that. Slowly bring yourself back. And those of you who want to sit there for some more time, please do that. We take leave. I'll see you in the morning. Be in this energy space in your heart and in your mind. Feel it. Do whatever you're supposed to do in your life as you would normally do, but sense this energy within. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night.